In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a simple chord progression and make it as emotional as possible. I did it on this track, and I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Before I show you the chord progression techniques, there's one big thing that people seem to miss, and it's all to do with the actual sound. You can have the most emotional chords ever, and it won't matter unless you're using the actual sound to capture that emotion. Let me prove it to you. So as long as you use pianos, then it'll be emotional, right? Nope. And that's because higher velocity pianos don't sound as emotional. Let me explain how the velocities work here, because it's not just volume. When these piano libraries were recorded, they had the pianist play soft, medium, and then hard. And that's what the velocities filter through. So if you want the most emotional sound, it's often better to start with a low velocity piano and then just bring up the volume if it's too quiet. Okay, so use a low velocity piano and that'll sound the most emotional it can, right? Well, actually you can make it a lot more emotional by using a little bit of reverb, a little bit of OTT, just to make it a little bit warmer in the lows, turn off the high. And then I've got an RC20 on there, just adding a little bit of vinyl noise on top. Boom, super emotional. How do we actually make these chords? Right, you want to start with some typical triads, right? We'll do an E minor chord. We'll do E, then a C chord, and we want that to be a major, and then we'll do a G, and then you've got this progression. Doesn't sound that emotional, right? Obviously we've got the velocity issue, so if we turn that down a little bit and then we bring the volume back up, a little bit more, but it's still not emotional. Now this one trick will really help to bring that emotion out. So if we take the third of each chord and just take it up an octave, and if you change some of the notes, some super emotional chords right there. You can always add in some high notes as well, like we could put an offbeat B there. Climbing progressions are always good for emotion as well. So for instance, we could start with the lowest chord here, which is that one. Make all of these. And then we just climb to the next one, which is now, if we listen going from this progression into that, you also get a nice chord change halfway through. Now let's build some emotional chords with strings. Perfect. Yeah, we can make something really emotional with that. So let's copy and paste up 7 semitones, because that creates what we call the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we need to work out whether these are major or minor. To go minor, you go up 3. 1, 2, 3. To go up major, you go just 1 more up. Nope. Yep. And also, starting on a minor will give you a more emotional progression anyway. And then we do what we did again, and we go up. This one looks like it's going to be major. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I can see an F sharp right next to it. Cool, but I'm not totally sold on this last one here, so maybe we can do that. That's called an inversion. It's where you take one of the notes and you just move it to a different octave. I'm not a fan of notes being too close together, so I'm actually going to take it down 1 more octave. Nice. And then on the second half, we can add in some of these notes that kind of move. Really good for strings. And we'll copy the same sort of formula as the first half, where we do a half. We can go big with this one. That's an E, so we want to get a F sharp in there as well. Nope, we want to get a... Nice. Now to add a little bit more emotion with orchestral libraries, you want to start playing with dynamics and expression. And what that is the exact same as the velocities with piano. The dynamics goes through when the players played them soft, medium and hard. So of course if we just kept it there the whole time, versus if we automate it, yeah, and you can automate it by going to envelopes, going to MIDI control, and mod wheel is mapped to dynamics. You can just draw it in, start off low, kind of think how the string player would actually play it. And that is how you make orchestral elements emotional. And here's a simple thing you can do just to create a little bit more emotion. So take that same MIDI and just take it up to your piano. Nice. And if you duplicate the piano and add a shimmer to it, put the mix at 100%, feedback about 300-ish, big stereo, low cut, size up a little bit, And then what you want to do is just take an EQ, cut out lows. So yes, it is about the notes and the chord progression you pick, but it's also with how you use the sounds as well, because we clearly demonstrated that not every sound will sound emotional. You've kind of got to match the two, the sound and the progression, and once you do, you're going to have some very emotional chord progressions and music in general. So I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.